Well, Craig, shall we start with the football? Because it feels like we haven't talked much about it of late. This is a big game this weekend, isn't it? For obvious reasons, with your respective positions in the league.
Yeah, huge game. Obviously, we now sort of think we're out of the bottom 4 goal difference alone now. So we need to get some kind of result Saturday, coming on the back of a good first half, but a poor second half performance down at Southport. So we need to pick ourselves up pretty quickly, dust ourselves down, and be prepared for another scrap and a fight, which is what Alfred are all about. Southport were that, and we couldn't quite cope with their physical play due to the nature of our side and the lack of experience we've got in there. So we're going to have to stand up and be counted. I'm going to obviously make the players aware of that, and as I said, that I'm pretty sure they'll go down and have a right go at it.
For Alfreton, this game with you is the first of 2 big relegation battles for them in a few weeks, because they've got Telford the game after next, after playing Fleetwood. So there's a lot on the line for both teams, isn't there?
Yeah, I think they'll be favourites. I mean, I know they're below us. They'll be favourites because of, as I said, the nature of the squads. But there'll be an awful lot of pressure on them because of at home. So they've got another big 6-pointer coming up straight after it. So they'll need the points just as badly as us. So it's going to be tense, but I need to get our boys believing in what they're good at, and obviously if we go down there and try and match them and launch things along, we're going to come unstuck. But if we go and play our football, which we did in the first half against Southport, then I think we'll be okay, because we've got more than enough ability to do that.
You'd need some experience, obviously, as much as you can get at the moment. What about Paul Arneson? Because obviously we read that when he comes back, you therefore lose a player. What's the latest?
Yeah, Arnie's going to hopefully train Friday with the view of being available for Saturday. Now, if Arnie comes through it, then I've got to send Liam Bagnall back to Sunderland, which it doesn't really make the situation any easier. It probably makes it more difficult, because the conference is sticking religiously to their rules. So it's 1 in, 1 out. So as soon as somebody gets fit, I've got to send one back. So I don't think I'll ever be able to strengthen the squad this season. It's just a case of managing it the best I possibly can.
And can you possibly manage it so that you keep the same number of players that you have now? Because obviously the longer it goes on without people getting paid a proper wage, the harder it becomes.
Yeah, I think it's been... I've never tried to hide away from the fact that it's been hard, because it has been. But it's going to get probably harder now, because, as I said, we know the situation now we're in. We're in this situation now till the end of April, which is effectively the end of the season for us. So, I'm going to have to sit down with the lads, and we'll have to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart and put our cards on the table and see who's going to obviously be available for the rest of the season. As I said previously, they've got mortgages to pay and bills to pay, so it's going to be difficult, but I've got to do all I can. I will do all I can to try and keep us in the league.
With the announcement yesterday of the latest idea to try and save the club, the share issue and everything else, have the players been hanging on for that announcement, so they essentially knew what the rules were going to be?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously if the club comes out of administration, all their previous money that they haven't been paid, they'll get back. So they've been hoping and praying that there was going to be a quick sort of solution to this. Now being told it's going to be the end of the season, that might put a different slant on it for them. Probably will. So again, I can't knock them if as I say, because they've got their own families to look after. So it is going to be decision time for a lot of them. I like to think that because of the bond we've got and the togetherness, we can keep everybody together. But I said it isn't going to be easy, and we just got to manage it, or I've got to manage it the best I possibly can somehow.
Being brutally honest, do you expect to lose players then over the next few weeks for those reasons?
If I don't lose players, I certainly can't expect players to come in every day for training. That's a fact, because I think Mark Bridge-Wilkinson pays something like £30 a day in petrol. Now, if you're asking him to do that till the end of April without getting your full salary, then it's just not going to be possible. So it's about managing. I'll have to manage everything the best I possibly can, and I keep saying it. But if we can, I genuinely believe that the quality is there. The strength in depth obviously isn't there, but if we can stay up, then I think the lads in there will deserve the freedom of Darlton. I think if they do keep us up.
And just a last one on the off the field stuff. Well, it's all off the field, isn't it? Really, but the share issue, the idea of 100 quid buys you a share. Is this something you think can work? Can it be the thing that saves the club?
I think the people behind it, they've obviously done a lot of research and work into this sort of project. So I don't think they would put it together if they thought it was a no-hoper. I don't think they're under any illusions that it's not going to be hard. It is going to be difficult to get that sort of money together. But you know, they're obviously confident. I spoke to them last night. They're confident they can do it, and I've obviously just got to believe and hope in their confidence that we can progress.